Okay, I am back at the house. Last time you saw, we had our base really deformed, kind of chests everywhere. We didn't have a house. But one of the things in today's video is Ben built this entire house for me. He had this design and everything. I got the items for it because, I don't know, I wanted to contribute somehow. So I got the items for the build, and he built this crazy house. Ignore the shoulders here with all our random stuff in it. But there's this really cool house here. It's got a lot of details to it. It didn't even take him that long, but I just think it's a really cool house that'll, be the center of our base. So we actually have a place to stay now. So if I go on and head in here, you can see it's just really detailed designs. We've got a farm. We even got stuff in the barrels. Well, not those, but there. And then there's rooms for chests. One of the sides over here, we usually keep all the shulker boxes of stuff, and then we have the basements down there. But first I'll go upstairs. As you see, the beacons, fully colored, go through the floors and through the roof. We have the second story up here with the bedroom, designed by me, because it's obviously not the best one. We have a little balcony out here. Nice view. You'll see that house over there, which we'll get to in a little bit. But we have the attic as well, which we keep all of the empty shulker boxes in. So whenever we need shulker boxes, we just head up here and we grab those. And if you're going to wonder how we have so many, I'll show you another thing on how we got those later on. So now if I head down into this basement over here, we have this really nice wood, aside from that, everywhere. And on this side over here, we have this cool pathway that leads straight into this sorting system, which you guys saw last video, and this entrance is still here, but we're getting rid of it in the process. So maybe we'll work on this later on, but it's still not fully complete as we've had other focuses. But I'll get into the next part of the video. This, right in the house downstairs, is the ladder, and we have the bubble columns that go down to all the different levels. This is an underground farm designed by me and Ben. We both put a little bit into it, and we both worked on this. We have every crop, mass amounts, so we have our Fortune 3 hose, and we just farm enough for days and months and anything. We have every possible crop that would fit well in here. We've got the potatoes, carrots up there, beetroots even in here. We've got even the sweet berries over here. We've got the netherwort. We've got sugarcane, we've got melons, we've got the pumpkins, and we were going to add cacti here, but we ended up building a farm for that, which you'll see. And then down here, we are going to add the bamboo for the extra tall area. And I will head back up to show you the next thing. The next thing would be this bridge, entirely designed by me, not too complex, but for someone like me who isn't much of a builder, when Ben is a builder on servers like NetherGames and other things, and he knows some stuff, thought it was pretty cool design. I've got some sea lanterns in here, and we just have this huge pathway instead of that small little bridge, so we have a way to get across to that base over there. So there's also this whole industrial area over here, which will be the next part of this video. So we added all of this over here. We've got a bone meal powered sugarcane farm, fastest in the game pretty much unless you layer it. We've got bone meal powered bamboo farm, and we've also got a fully automatic bee farm that needs no resources. We got all the bees here and all that, and all you do is you take those honey bottles, craft them into blocks in the back, and then put the bottles back in here, and it just passively earns you honey whenever you're around, which is pretty cool. And as you wonder, well, how are we going to get all the bone meal to power these two machines? Well, we have a farm for that later on. So I'll get into the house across this bridge for the next part of the video. As I'm heading over there through the bridge, we were thinking about making a path here. We probably will at some point. But another thing is, this realm is getting very old. It's big. It's almost half a gigabyte of the world, and there are issues downloading the world file, so if we ever want to stop. So that is a bug in Realm, so we're hoping that gets fixed, so, we keep it. But this was one of my random side projects. I just saw a random video on YouTube and just decided to build this really simple house in case, we ever wanted an extra house. Looks kind of cool, just adds some, depth to the area. And if we go in here, this was also another YouTube video that I built from, and it is a really cool, super detailed base where I keep all of my second set of netherite armor without thorns, pig step, my extra elytra, which I lost and now remember where it is, all the valuables. I've got this room for crafting, I've got this whole pathway, we've got a nether portal, an enchanting area over here. We've got a huge storage room that we can use in case, we want to have a storage system before we get that one working, the automatic one. And then we've got another farm over here and the start to a strip mine that we can have if we would like to do that as well. So that is the area over here. Now I'll head over back out. If I go right out this door, you can see in the corner, let me get out here. In the corner over here, there's the gold farm. I showed this previously, but Ben redesigned it completely, and you can see that we have all this cool deep slate around. It's a really cool design. It makes it look really modern and cool. This design it's about spreading into the world, and we just go down here, close this up, and we have the fully modern redesigned. It's really cool, actually. We have a really nice gold farm, so if we ever want to AFK, we just turn this on, sit here, piglins will fall in, and then we've got the on switch right here to turn on the portal. This is the kill switch, and we've got enchanting and everything, because this is where we used to get our levels before the guardian farm. And then we can head down here to this multi-layered place. Over here, this lever turns on the thing to throw out all of the irrelevant items, which would be all the swords and stuff like that. And then we have this crazy sorting system and lava up here and all of that, so we can just keep all of our items in here, which is it's a really nice thing, especially looking at the swords fall. It's just a great design. And I can move on to the next part. There's also a well up here. It's kind of cool design. I don't know exactly why he put it there. And the next part of the video is the cactus farm. This is where we get all the cactus and why we did build the cactus level in the underground farm. This over here is just a super smelter from the downstairs level I showed you guys last video. We moved it because we wanted to smelt a bunch of sand into glass for that project that I was speaking of, the ancient city one, which I will show in the next video, I promise. I know this one took a while because we went back to NetherGames and got focused on that as I hit global leaderboard, he hit stuff. Aside from that, we grabbed a little pink sheep. I named it Pinky. It's a natural pink sheep I saw running around here, which I thought was really cool. And then we've got this ginormous cactus farm here, which is really efficient. You can see all the cactus falling in actively, and it gets great cactus rates if we ever need cacti or anything. Green dye, all that stuff. He has this really cool entrance here. We've got this whole underground area, and you can see there's shulker box input and output to where it fills them with cacti, and he's got a whole system here, which is really cool as well. And these are all full of cacti. Now if I click this button here, it opens up this really cool staircase down to the redstone that he made, if he ever needs to change anything, but I'll leave that be since I know absolutely nothing about redstone. And as I close that up, I can go over here, and this is an AFK spot that is perfectly in between the iron farm right over here above and this cactus farm, so you can double AFK for two places at once, which is very efficient. So I'll head straight on to the next thing, which is actually going to be in the nether, so I'll head over there right now. Before I head over to the nether, I'm going to show you one quick thing, and this is going to be a random chunk. That's what I'm going to call it. And this right over here is this entirely hand-mined chunk by Ben. He was collecting the items, putting them in here. Well, yeah, there's some stuff, but I think we all ended up taking it all out. But this crazy chunk that he mined by hand one day for who knows what. And then we have a nice access to this cave, which he didn't even mean to go into when he stopped because, you know, the water got in the way and got really annoying. But aside from that, I'll head straight over here, straight around the house, and we can go right into the portal to show you the next thing. Okay, hello everyone, and this is the Guardian Farm, the sorting system, as I was going to go to a different part, but I forgot to show the sorting system over here, so I'm just going to sneak this in before we go to the next part of the video. So, as you see, this has been redesigned since last time, still the same Guardian Farm, but if I wait here, stand here for a second, see how the items flow over there, that's the sorting system we'll get to in a second, but you'll see the XP flowing. You see my level all the way down durability for my shovel from the mining I had to do for this ancient city project I've been talking about. And, well, you can just see how fast the XP goes. Now, it is crazy. Like, all the items are going over there, as you see, dropping onto the blue ice. It's pushing it through. And they're going around in a circle over there and being picked up down there by a set minecart hoppers that are fast enough for this farm, for the prismarine shards and the fish, throwing out the fish actually in the lava pit over there. But it's also, you know, taking the shards and the crystals and sorting them through that hopper line down, which we'll get to. But as you see, my shovel's repaired, and if we look at here for a second, now that it's working at full pace as it was building up, you can just see how fast that shovel is repairing. This is the maximum speed. You can see the items flowing like crazy, and you can just see how fast that XP is going to repair that shovel, which is how we get all of our levels and repairing, and it's just a great farm. So I will turn this off here, and I will just fly over here real quick, and you can see the XP would obviously normally just go to me up there, but you can see how the items go around, get picked up from below, go through this line, all the way down this big chest system, and sorted into 2 different spots. So if I put this away in my inventory real quick, you can see here all of the crystals, and you can see in here all of the shards. So it's really organized, and the fish are just thrown out since they're pretty useless. But that is the thing. Now, as you see this funny kind of thing here, that's kind of why you have to stand up there against the slab so you pick up the XP, because, you know, you don't want this lagging you. However, it would despawn after 5 minutes, so it's not like it's a game-breaking crash that would happen. And it just all sorts out really quickly. So that is this part, and we'll move on to the next thing. So the next thing is going to be the start of this nether tunnel. So we have a wither skeleton farm, which I will show you in a few minutes, but aside from that, we are building a tunnel to it since it's several thousand blocks away. I'll just cut it out as I fly there in a little bit, but we're going to start building this tunnel with this cool, just simple nether design and some lava, and Ben got me all the items over here because I'll probably end up building it. And aside from that start, before we head over there to show you that, I have 2 more things I'd like to show you guys. The first is the ghast farm. Now this over here, we go out this door, this massive build. This is one of our biggest projects. Well, I wouldn't say biggest, definitely not actually, but it's one of the biggest. It's a big project. We've got all the mine carts, all that stuff over here, and all we have to do is flick on this lever, and it kills all the gas automatically, sorts it through, throws out the gas tiers, and gets gunpowder like 4 to 6 times faster than our creeper farm at rates of 4,400 gunpowder an hour, which is really necessary for our TNT project, which is another part of that. But before I spoil any more of that, I'm gonna some of the fact that this isn't working and he's not dying because last time it broke, which is why I was at the creeper farm, but you know, just minor fixes we'll have, but it's a great farm here, and it's just a great supply of items. So I'll go to the second to last thing, and that is going to be the shulker farm, which is how we got all of our shulker shells in this world for the shulker boxes in the attic. Like I said, I'll show you how we got those, and just all the ones in my ender chest that I can show you right here. As well, I can show you there's fireworks in there, there's totems, there's golden carrots, and then another thing I have, which I'd like to show, is all these valuable items, because we did fight 10 plus withers together, not all at once, but we had to get beacons and stuff. We have, as you see in my inventory, I have 8 enchanted golden apples, and Ben has 11, because I had to eat 3, because I actually fought the warden in a 1v1. I should have only ate 1 god apple, because I never got that low with the regen, where I needed 2 more, but I was just being precautious since it's a hardcore world, and, well, it's still a lot. We still have 19 enchanted golden apples, which is incredible, because we were looting ancient cities that we knew of, and all that sort of stuff. So, we have all this stuff. Now, I'm going to head to that shulker farm to show you that in the end, but it'll take a while. I gotta go through this tunnel, head to the end, then go to the far islands, and then pretty much not too far out, straight to that shulker farm. So I'll get there right now and just show you guys that. Okay, and if you see, we're in the end now. We did a lot more grass and sea lanterns and stuff. Pretty sure for that last video. We fought a bunch of dragons and opened every gateway. And if I didn't show already, a part of the grass area is over here. We have just a little lake along with the terrain. And I'm just going to head into one of these right now to show you the farm. I definitely didn't miss that. As we are arriving at the shulker farm, you can see it's just really easy to get here because we just fly straight through to the shulker farm, and as you see, we are here. Very simple design. What it really is we have the 2 shulkers here, and we have, this is by, if I'm not gonna blank, the gas farm, this is all by Silent Whisper. Good Bedrock dude, he makes best farms. We have these snowmen aggroing the shulkers, and then they just end up shooting each other because they can't hit the snowmen, and then they just die and they respawn in the same spot because it's all spawn proof, so they can't go anywhere else. And in there is the AFK spot. We have an ender chest and shulker box under there, and then we just go simply in there to AFK in that obsidian box. And that's how we've gotten all our shulkers. So, pretty simple, pretty nice, right by this nice end city over here. There was no elytra here, but it is pretty cool, so if you ever need some extra shulkers or some loot, because we have the shulkers right there, it's at an access right here. So the last thing, I'll head out to that wither skeleton farm. So, I'll head there right now. Now, I have finally arrived at the wither skeleton farm, and ignoring that last clip where I was struggling to get in the nether hub after, flying around, going the wrong way, popping a totem even, almost dying, casual me, at least I have totems. Here is the wither skeleton farm. We've got this ginormous area, fully slabbed for ages, mostly done by Ben. Whole new fortress. As you see my coordinates, we're really far away. We've got this piglin in the middle. We've got all the spawn-proof button area. It's crazy. If we go down here to this nice little landing pad that Ben made, we have this entrance, and we have this massive, amazing wither skeleton farm. So if you see, we start by looking over here. The sword dispenser is on, and we simply turn on the kill chamber, and you can just simply watch as infinite skeletons get killed as they fall at amazing rates, which is it's incredible. This is how we get all of our bones and all of that. I'm going to turn it off real quick because I'm not exactly sure the specs of their range, but I'll head down here. As you can see, all spawn-proof, slabs, everything. If we head all the way to the bottom, you can see coal, bones, and whatever the third thing was, kind of forgot. But you can just see all that would be in those specific chests, and it would just fill. And trust me, it fills really quick, and it's very efficient. And this cool nether design, like the gold farm kind of. It's a really cool design by Ben, great builder, and it's just a lovely area. I don't know, it's really cool. AFK, you can sit here. We get all of our coal, all of our bones. And the bones is the big thing that, I was talking about earlier, all the bone meal, even all the farms. Everything kind of revolves around that. So, aside from that though, that is pretty much everything for the video. I'm not going to show you guys the ancient city project that we've been working on, but I will next video. It'll probably be like 6 months until the next. This one took 3 months, and however long this editing takes. It's currently late evening on Wednesday, around 4 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. But aside from that, I'll get this video out. You guys will finally have another video. I'll work on software so I can record Ben. Maybe we'll get some NG videos out too, but I'll post a 5K days video. The reason I'm not going to do 3 and 4K and all that is because the project will take a while. The amount of AFKing alone is already 2K days in farms, so we don't want to spend like videos saying, oh, we built one thing. So we'll save it for the 5K, for the big reveal of our massive project that is hopefully done by then. And however long that takes, we'll see. If we get to 5K, we'll do 10K, 15K. We'll see how far this world goes, but I'm very excited for the future. And, well, see you guys in the next video, probably with Ben. Peace out.